In September 2015, the Board of Education voted to end semester exams. Required quarterly assessments, or RQAs, were introduced at the beginning of this school year. The black and white asked students and teachers about their experiences with RQAs and how the tests compared to semester exams.
Well, it went pretty smoothly. However, I don't think it saved a lot of time, and that was the original purpose of having the exam week taken away and then incorporating it into the regular day schedule.
Sometimes they didn't blend in as smoothly with the curriculum that was being taught at that particular time in the quarter. It created a lot of unnecessary stress in students' minds for a grade that really only counted 10% of their total 9 weeks grade.
I felt really sorry for teachers who were teaching new material because there was no turnaround day for teachers to prepare for the following semester. I think it was actually very similar to what I would do anyway, but then on top of that they would have had a county test.
They were definitely easier because the teachers gave study guides which were very similar to RQA.
I think this way is much more maybe equitable and easier for the children to have the RQAs where they have them every quarter and they weigh less. They're less important. I mean, basically 10% can't kill your grade, whereas the semester exams seem to bear more weight and they were harder because they covered more material. The idea, which I love, is to use them for teaching, and that's why I go over them, I get them back, and we use it to improve, our next steps.
I would have liked to have gotten them earlier so I could provide more feedback. Just the way it was set up, we didn't have enough time. But I was very pleased with the results.
I made sure they were over what we'd done, so I think they were very fair and challenging at the same time, and not just an easy 10-point multiple choice test that they could breeze through, which would, I think, defeat the purpose of things.
They were really, really easy, but they weren't exactly having to do with anything we were learning. Like usually in classes, we would have to go back to the material that we learned way back when, and then study that for the RQA, so it wasn't really relevant.
I would go back to the final exams and revisit some of the concerns that people had of why we had final exams, but I prefer the final exam model.
I like having the exam week. I like having the kids going through a tense exam schedule, experiencing that. I think that helps prepare them for college, experience a more thorough exam.
Personally, I always like the time for final exams, the time that I'm provided to grade and plan for next semester.
Semester exams were so much better because it's one test and you don't have to worry about all your other tests that you're taking at the same time as your RQA.
The school system leaders have made adjustments to the RQAs. They're trying to improve the situation, so I'd like to think the second semester it'll be the RQAs will be blended into the curriculum more smoothly, and they won't create as much angst for the students.